Hi there, so this is a bit of a spirally session using a lot of rotation through the feet and legs. If you've got any fixed toe problems, this probably isn't a session for you. If you're trying to build in range into that foot and you haven't got a fixation, then this is probably quite a good one for you. So we're going to start with going to come side on actually so you can see that. We're going to look at just tucking those toes under. And here, just take a moment to just take one toe and rub it. And then take the next toe in, give it a little circle round and a stretch, trying to create space. And then the next one. And then that second toe. And then little circle around that big toe, and I'm just spreading and splaying those toes out, and that feels a little bit different now to this other foot, and I'm going to do the same. So just circle the toe, next toe, creating space between each one, and then circle to the end and spread that toe. Nice. So with my toes nice and spread, I'm going to bring my knees together and drop them forward, keeping those toes tucked under, and then I'm going to bring my knees back. And now I'm going to bring my hands just out behind me, and if you needed a block here, if you haven't got good range through the front of the hips, just to bring you up a little bit, you could try that. And you're going to bring the knees down, and again this starts to extend the back, so if it feels too much to come all the way down to the floor, you could come to a block, okay? And actually today I'm feeling a bit tight in my back, so I'm gonna do taking my knees, keeping them glued together to the block, and then back up. So I tap down and I come back, tap down, open through the chest and back, and then open. Keep those thighs glued together just to deepen that stretch through the outside aspect of the leg, down through the thighs. Nice. And last one. And you can see here I'm working with control, and then back to center. So I'm going to pop my block out the way. I'm going to turn face on, but you can stay where you are. My feet are hip width apart, and now I'm bringing my hands forward. And what I want you to do is just tap the knee down and let the foot just rotate with it, and then come back up. And we're going to tap and tap. Okay, really keeping the nice space between the toes, but just let the foot follow the movement. Bring your hands back so you're a little bit more upright. Nice. And now we're going to start to lift. So you're going to lift and drop, lift and drop. Pushing through the ball of the feet. Keep coming a little bit higher with each movement, staying balanced over your feet. Come up and up and up and up. Two more. And there, and then sink the heels, drop the head heavy. Soft knees. And just hang into that stretch. And then from here we just fold those knees. And I'm going to bring my heels together and drop my knees out wide. Cool, okay. So from there I'm going to go back side on. So we've got these wide legs here, and have your hands out in front of you. We're going to add in a little jump, and you're going to jump bringing your feet together. Okay, so knees are out wide, and now we're going to bring the knees in. So we take the knees out wide, and this time, so the heels come together, knees out wide, just take your tailbone back, so you're trying to sit back and down. Then rock forward, bring the knees forward, sit down, rock forward, open the knees and sit down. Rock forward, knees forward, then sit down. I'm just reaching away from my fingertips. Rock forward, knees out wide, sit down. Up, rock forward and down. One more, up and out. Sit down. Nice. See if you can fold forward a little bit deeper here and hang into the body. Then scoot back up. Bring the feet back onto the parallel line. And then we're going to walk the hands forward. And then hover the knees and find your tabletop. So we roll forward into our hovered knees with those toes underneath you. And then from here, jump. Feet come in underneath you. Hang here into our roll down position. Elongate through the spine. And we're going to jump back to that start position. So see if you can soften the knees just into our leg pull prone prep. So we jump back, hover the knees. Straight spine, think of that little puddle in your lower back. And then jump forward and find that nice comfortable position for your feet. Soft knees, start to just lift the tailbone without locking out through the knees. And hang. Nice, one more here. And now you have a choice, either into your leg pull prone position, or see if you can jump back into a plank. Keep those hips low, wide shoulders, and hold. We're going to rock onto our heels and toes if you're in a plank, otherwise just hold your leg pull prone prep. We're going to go for 2 more little rocks. Last one. And then last jump forward all the way through and into a nice Pilates ball. From here, you can use your hands for a bit of support. Sit back onto your heels and balance those feet. And now I want you to reach through the top of the head into a nice balance. Here, keep those toes just lifted. See if you can reach the fingertips and lengthen through the spine. Well done. Then from here, we're going to hold the knees, and now you want to curl. We're going to rock back. So you tuck under. So rather than from a long spine, you roll off the back of the pelvis. I've allowed my tailbone to tuck under and my pubic bone with a nice sunken, relaxed tummy to come up towards my belly button. So with a little bit of support here, initiate the roll back of the pelvis and roll back onto the shoulder blades, not onto the neck. Okay, not appropriate here for osteoporosis, I'll put that in the notes. Roll off the pelvis and rock. Nice. Here we're being quite supportive, I'm just hugging those knees. Last 2. Last 1. Back and find your balance and hold. And then from here, we're going to reach the feet out, roll off the pelvis and roll down to the mat, each vertebra, and release out. Reach one foot out and the other, soften through the body. And breathe there. Then walk those feet back, hug one knee in towards you and just deepen that connection, letting go through the pelvis of that thigh bone into that hip socket. If it's uncomfortable to hold on the top of the knee, you can always hold behind the knee. And now slide the other leg out along the floor, reaching this thigh bone out of the hip socket, and just let the pelvis feel wide on the mat underneath you. Scoop that leg back in and up and hug this knee into your chest as deep as you can. Come into a bent position first, so you rest the other leg on the mat. Let the pelvis sink, be soft through the body. And now slide that leg out along the mat, reaching that thigh bone out of its hip socket. Breathe into the body. Slide that leg back up and hug. Rock side to side. one leg down and the other, and just take a moment to notice how the body feels. Notice how the breath is for you. Roll onto your side and come up. Well done.